When I saw that Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was being released in a remastered edition for consoles after nearly 20 years, I got a little curious, because I clearly remember seeing this title on retail shelves back in the early 2000s. But I wasn't a huge fan of platformers at the time, and I passed this one by. And now, thanks to the retro craze, I've become quite fond of the genre, so I decided now's the time to see what this game's all about. It's a simple and silly story that takes place in the Australian outback. You're Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger, and one of the last Tasmanian Tigers left. Orphaned at a young age, you vaguely remember your parents. For years, Ty has believed all other tigers like himself died long ago. But then a Bunyip Elder finds Ty and tells him that his parents are alive and stuck in a place called the Dreaming. Now it's your job to free them by obtaining 5 ancient talismans and defeating the evil Boss Coss and his henchmen. They obviously were the ones who trapped your parents in the Dreaming in the first place. Now you don't go on your adventure alone. You're guided by an old friend Maurie and the many other friends you make along the way. When I began playing, I immediately noticed the game suffered from those classic camera angle issues that many of the retro 3D platformers had. Your perspective was always a little too zoomed in, making angles a real pain to see, and an enemy could easily attack you from the side. Another thing was enemies in the game were extremely underpowered, and my boomerang absolutely destroyed everything it came in contact with. One great addition to the game, though, was that there was a rather large choice of boomerangs to earn by collecting cogs. This really kept my interest in the game because I was determined to unlock them all to see what unique skills each one gave me. And I'm glad I did because it helped me find a lot of secrets. I also discovered a lot of secrets by mistake. Several times I accidentally fell off a cliff and discovered a friend in a cage or came across a button I clearly passed many times. Now, let's get to the main goal of the gameplay. You had to collect thunder eggs at each level to unlock a talisman to save your parents. But retrieving these thunder eggs isn't always easy, because there's several ways to collect them. For instance, you had to complete certain tasks such as time attack challenges, freeing small bilbies, and doing favors for friends that include some extremely entertaining mini-games. There's also a boss to fight at the end of every zone, but these bosses weren't very challenging at all. In the end, the gameplay was still fantastic and entertaining, even with the underpowered enemies and classic camera angle issues that I wish many remasters would address a little more. I took a look at some old gameplay footage of the classic Ty the Tasmanian Tiger game for graphical comparison, and I have to say that the game looks stunning in HD, and although this review was done on a PC, I expect it to run brilliantly on the Nintendo Switch because this game isn't very graphically demanding, only given that it's ported well. I also expect it to run like a dream on the PS4 and Xbox One when it finally releases on those consoles. As far as the artistic style, I loved it because I got that Crash Bandicoot feel of the game. And graphically, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was a perfect choice for a remaster. I did take issue with the voice acting, sound effects, and soundtrack. The voice acting was way over the top and got annoying real quick. I understand that the developer was going for something humorous, but it just didn't fit the game well. I thought it interfered with an already humorous storyline. And then comes the sound effects and soundtrack, which didn't fare much better either. They were quite repetitive in my opinion. Even with its faults, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was a fair remaster, and I was extremely entertained. I look forward to playing the sequels if the remasters are ever put on consoles. I really enjoyed reviewing this game, so I'm giving it a 7.1 out of 10. It's available now on PC and on March 31st for the Nintendo Switch, with the PS4 and Xbox One dates to be announced. As always, thanks for watching, and if you enjoy our content, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, check out the BG4G Hub website for the latest news, reviews, and everything gaming.